forever gonna be D-Night, huh?
Probably.
I don't mind that. The shadowing is interesting.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Very interesting lighting I got going on.
Now you can't even see my lips. So you have no idea what I'm saying if I weren't to use volume. I've got that Punisher Warzone look going on right now. Oh, come on, let me have a little fun.
Have as much fun as you'd like.
No, not without you. You are, I mean, this is your platform, so.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you can't have fun.
True. You know what? I'm gonna let some more. Oh, we've got 8 people already. Do we wanna wait and let some more people gather before we start? Before we start our little show, or?
Oh, feel free to chime in, people. We're here to talk to you.
Yes, talk to us, please. We're not desperate at all.
No, we're not. I'm just very tired, so I'm probably gonna let him do more talking.
Oh God, I've got to fly this ship.
Yep.
Well, fasten your seatbelt, folks. We are in for a bumpy ride. I have absolutely no idea how to host.
Well, this will give you good practice.
Yes, this is true.
I don't know why, but lately my back has felt like murder.
And for once, I'm not the one hit. I'm sorry. I am sorry. That was one of those moments where my mouth fired before my brain did.
We can see that.
Yes, sorry about that. Late night with D-Night. Hey, Vex. Actually, I like that. I might actually adopt that.
No, it's getting cold. I'm already cold.
Warm blanket.
I guess it helps a little bit.
See what efforts I try to go for, and it just, I guess it helps. Love you. Okie doke. Tell you what, how well can you move?
Kinda.
Okay, because I kind of don't want to be leaning over you, like, too much. Like, so I'm thinking either
Okay.
shift. I'm thinking either shift to your left, and we swap sides, or
How about I go this way?
yeah. Because I mean, more than anything, I just want you comfortable. Get the foot out of the pillow. Yeah. Okie doke. So what's up, people? Bless you. There's a second one coming. I'm almost positive. No?
No.
One and done. Okay. Now I actually look more human. Like I don't have the shadowy background behind me.
No, I'm way far back.
But you're the angel on my shoulder.
Nice.
So, hello. How are y'all doing? Chilling in the early morning. Yeah, I guess. Well, depending upon where y'all are. Yeah, it actually is early morning. It's actually
12:30.
Yup.
So, if you guys are up for this, we're going to do this for about an hour or so. Is that cool with you guys?
Hour 15 maybe, depending upon how it goes. But really, she's the one that pulls the strings, so she's the one that says what time we need to stop. Especially due to the fact that she's just, I mean, if she's tired as hell, then I'm not going to force her to stay up. Sounds good? Alright, kill. 15, I may pass out. No, we demand 6 hours or riots. I don't know what to say to that.
I think the longest I was ever able to stream was like 3.5 hours. I really don't know how people do longer.
My guess is that's kind of like their whole day. I'm guessing they plan it out. Like, it also depends on, like, if they do a let's play or something.
Yeah, it actually it's easier if you're playing a game. You can pass time that way, but if you're just talking to people...
48 hours. Wow, that's some serious sleep deprivation.
Yeah, I could never do that.
Crucible Max, we did 54 hours straight. And granted, we also had rest periods, so... Subathons. So I think what we're gonna do, since Kitty's letting me run this route, run the stream, I think I'm gonna let it be primarily Q&A. I know I default to Q&A, but really, since I mean, if that's not something that interests you, let me know, and I'll try and come up with something else. But since a lot of you seem to be interested in at least several aspects of my life or my being, I figure I could at least, appease some of that, and hopefully, that's acceptable. Hopefully, that's something y'all like.
There was schmutz on my chin.
Do what?
There was schmutz on my chin.
There was schmutz on your chin. What was?
Do you not Yiddish?
No, I do not Yiddish.
There's like stuff on my face. I'm trying to get it off.
No, I'm sorry. I veteran a bit, which is mostly cussing, but. So what do y'all think? I'm looking to see what you say. I'm waiting to see what y'all say. By the way, is the stream okay with y'all? Is anything sounding weird or anything not doing okay? If so, I'll ask tech support to help. And she missed it.
I heard you.
Did you see where I pointed to? Yeah. I'm about to get hit. Sounds perfect. Okay. Hunter. Oh, God. Actually, I did have a couple of things I wanted to ask.
There. Music to time by.
You know you have a timer up there, right?
This helps you get caught up in something.
Makes sense. So, any questions, comments, concerns about Q&A?
Do away some rave music. If I played anything relaxing, I might just fall asleep on stream. You might just see me like leaning over and drooling on your shoulder.
You've never drooled.
Not that you know of.
Way to confirm. Way to admit your own faults, darling. So okay. I hate to honestly say this, but silence is, Hunter, I love you. I swear I love you. Alright, seriously, since silence is consent, I'm going to open up the floor to Q&A. I know there have been some, questions about... Really?
Daddy?
I got the first season already pre-ordered. It's actually on its way. It should be, along with Full Metal Panic and what was that third set that I did? Star Blazers 2002. 2202. Excuse me.
Daddy.
I know. That's when Funimation kicks it out. So Amazon's release is correlated with them, and I honestly need to at least catch up on the second season. Although, technically speaking, I'm resistant to that because I like the idea of ordering. I like the idea of ordering all of the DVDs and having them in my possession and then watching the last. That's my way of. Touch, hold that thought. That's my way of paying respect. Is I watch, maybe stream like 3-5 episodes max, and then I will buy it if I'm sold on it. Hunter, love you, awesome. Okay, Touch, where have you been? Like, 02 is one of her staples. Where have you been?
But I'm actually not cosplaying 02 the next convention I'm doing.
Yeah, but that makes sense, honestly, because you've kind of... I'm not saying you've worn her out, because I don't think you ever could wear her out, but you do... you do want to mix it up a bit.
And her wig and accessories get frustrating after a while.
We'll revamp. Let's see... You know what? Okay, Touch, I can understand that. I actually just recently got back into watching... anime myself, so I can understand. Back.
My foot.
Oh. God. Good deal. Yeah, I liked it. Now, granted, okay, voluntary, you're fine. Voluntary fact about me, I guess you could kind of say I'm easily impressed with some things. Now, there's times when I'll go Marine DI on, people, and, I'll purposely be hard to impress, especially when I'm trying to be critical of someone or something. Specifically, well, that I'll get into that in a second. But in terms of entertainment, typically speaking, I'm usually not that critical. An example, we watched last Wednesday. We went to go see Alita Battle Angel, which, even if you're not necessarily a fan of the series, okay, time out for a second. Sidebar, excuse me. If they're not familiar with it, would you suggest that they go see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
it stays alone.
Okay, so there's your point, or there's my answer. If you have not seen Alita Battle Angel and you're not familiar with the source material, don't let that stop you. Go ahead and go watch it. It's actually rather entertaining. Now, a friend of mine actually saw it the same day and said, "Oh, B-." Hey, Keith. Now you're fine, brother. Let's see. But Alita Battle Angel, like he gave it a B-. And this guy is typically critical of lots of things. Like, he can look at something and find just about every fault in it. For those of you who might read my Distance from Comfort story, he basically listed about 20 problems with it when I asked for an opinion. Now, and I opened myself up to it. I said, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And he listed about 20 problems with it or so. I have to go back and look, but overall, he did say it was a decent piece. Now, my point being, whenever I talk to him about certain things, and even a newscaster who does articles, that they'll say, "Oh, it doesn't make sense. Oh, I don't know what's going on." The thing about it is, for me, I don't generally care if it. I'm not blindly easily impressed, but as far as I go, I enjoy the ride. I can enjoy just about anything that is put forward on a plot or on a screen or in a book. Now, granted, there is a point where you go far enough without either accomplishing much or falling into rote territory. I'm gonna be wary and start maybe backing off the trail. But for the most part, I enjoy just about everything I watch or read or listen to, because I can at least find some value in what the intent is, or at the very least, value in the distraction from everyday life. I mean, my freaking day-to-day life is work in a factory where I fix machines that break down every single day. Let's see.
My drink is called Naked.
And yet you're still clothed.
So my drink isn't.
Yeah, it is. It's still got a wrapper on it. Let's see. That Maru, excuse me. If I love her. Valid point. And one challenge that I have is actually finding new things to be interested in, because I'm kind of there's an episode of American Dad where where Haley goes off to a concert called by a band called My Morning Jacket, and Stan initially tries to get her out of there because he's the old school right, traditional right, where he thinks rock music is the devil's music. And he gets exposed to My Morning Jacket at one trying to take his daughter home, and now he's bonding with his daughter over this band, and then to the point where they make a hangout room where they just listen to My Morning Jacket. And when Haley tries to suggest a new band, Stan's like, "How dare you!" and basically kicks her out of the hangout room that they made for the two of them, because she dared to suggest something else than My Morning Jacket. Now, my point behind that is, I have a tendency to kind of be stuck in certain genres or subgenres, or certain titles sometimes as well. I have a tendency to get stuck in things I like and also get hung up on them. One of my favorites right now is this is a title: Magical Girl Spec Ops Asuka. If any of you know what this is, bravo. It's a 9-volume manga that is currently being simuldubbed and streamed on Funimation, on Crunchyroll and Funimation. Funimation has the license, and they're the ones who are picking it up and dubbing it. And I swear it's not. And I swear the title, Magical Girl Spec Ops, is one of the most ridiculous titles I've ever uttered. What inspired your work? It has been tugging at my brain. My work. You might have to clarify what you mean.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, you first off clarify who you're talking to, and clarify what work you're referring to.
Because we both work multiple jobs.
Oh yes. To wrap up my previous thought, think on Magical Girl Asuka, and I'll come back to the point. Didn't click at first who you were. Huh. Any idea? Kitty's art. You know what? I'll end my thought quick. Go ahead.
What's the question? I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, okay. No, you're fine. You're fine, Keith. Okay, so the question is, what inspired your work? And he specifies your art, Kitty's art.
So my ASMR stuff.
I believe you're referring to Kitty's ASMR work. So, Kitty, I'll let you take it away for a minute.
Like, what got me into it, or what, inspired me to do it? Because the inspiration comes at random. It just depends on what kind of character I'm feeling at the time. But what got me into it is 2017, I did a podcast with a friend with the mic I'm currently using. And I wanted to get my money's worth with this mic. So one night after we were done recording, I went onto my own recording software and I was just dicking around on there, and I made up Scarlett and recorded her, edited her, put her up on YouTube thinking no one would see it other than the people I shared it with, and that would be it. And then a bunch of people found her and wanted more. So then others were born, and it just took off from there.
I'm not sure. Scarlett? Yes, actually she was one of my first. I think she was my second that I listened to. Poppy was, I think, my first. Yeah, Poppy was my first, then Scarlett. I think Ruby was the third. Succubus wife. The sleep paralysis was definitely an interesting concept that I liked. So, old school indeed. You see my bare-ass leg in the background waving about. I'm comfy. I don't give a damn.
You can lower the screen. So
That's fine. I mean,
see more.
No, I'm fine. I don't care.
It just sees your eyes.
Well, yeah, because I'm letting you answer the question. As soon as... I'm back up now, so...
Okay.
I don't mind doing a little Cobra stretch. So... But, hopefully that answers your question, Keith. So...
Sorry, I'm going to have him field questions for me because without my glasses...
She's kind of blind.
Yeah.
Love you.
I can't really see the chat, especially from here.
Mwah.
Mwah.
So, okay. Keith replies, love it all. It's great. I love it all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you. And I love all of you guys.
Hell yes. Y'all are awesome. Especially, now granted, I haven't been, I haven't quite been, Alex first, then Scarlett. It kicked off from there, but I agree. I love it all. Raw Hunter. But what the? I had a thought. Dadgummit. Honey, my brain broke.
I'm sorry.
Freya for me, loved at first sound. I think Poppy was my first, as I said earlier, but I don't think I finished her off. I don't think I finished I don't think I finished the video directly. I think Scarlet was the first one that I actually fell asleep to, or finished, and I mean, the idea of the dominance was just amazing. Toch asks, ever think of the idea that you both do an ASMR vid again? I think we actually have some plans for that, don't we?
We just don't have time right now.
Yeah, that's the big problem. Is with the fact that my boss plays Russian roulette with my schedule means.
I'm going away for 2 weeks.
Yeah, she's got work, and I've got. I don't have mics. I don't have microphones that I can do any of this. So anything that we do together, or even when I kick off my plans, I gotta use her equipment. Thenmaru, Poppy was first, but I don't know, finish. Wow, gee. Did you at least apologize? Nope, no mercy. Oh, hey, it's cool, it's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
You just worded it so perfectly.
He tends to do that.
Yeah, I have a tendency to just speak, and especially at this time of night when I'm burned out from work, I shoot from the hip and don't really think. That's fair. Yeah. So, the smolder's not working.
The smolder.
The smolder.
The smolder.
The smolder's not working. That the only one in the office. Oh, that's good. I'm glad no one else caught that one, Keith. So, anyways, I know what that's like, but I'm not going to talk about our office because it's a nasty old tech room. I feel a kitty at my back.
She's scratching the back. It feels nice.
So, okay. Any other questions? Or should I just ramble on about at nauseum about whatever I want? I really don't want to do that, but...
Kitty selfish time.
Hell no!
What? I have kitty selfish time all the time.
Okay. Well, personally, I like answering questions, but... whatever. Ask away. By the way, you still need to help pick out another ring for me.
That I do.
Yes.
I'm trying to find a pillow to lean on and I'm failing.
A what? Oh, a pillow to lean on?
And I'm failing.
Okay, so... But yeah, seriously, any other questions, comments, concerns, pleas of insanity? Oh, hello. Don't feel bad about the rambling. I enjoy... at the very least, but if anyone else had a question, I'd say, so why does... Ooh, here's a good question. From Keith. So why does Doe have antlers?
Because she's special.
Makes perfect sense.
There's something very special about her.
And I'm not going to say anything else.
I assure you she's female. She's just special. A rare breed.
Because she's a cutie patootie from that Maru. I dig it.
Let's see. I enjoy the rambling. It's soothing. Why is my rambling soothing? I don't understand.
You have a very relaxing voice, baby.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, I guess. Well, if y'all say so. Oh shit. Most great shit. Alright. I guess I could go back to talking about Magical Girl Asuka, which I think is actually its own separate show. So it's Magical Girl Spec Ops Asuka. Spec Ops Asuka. See, I'm a weird person and you are relaxing. Both of you do... Oh, let's see here. Okay. But, I guess I could ramble a little bit more about Spec Ops Asuka. Basically think Madoka Magica militarized with the military utilizing magical allies to beat other creatures of magic that are trying to kill humanity like they do. And then the show starts where the war is over. But these girls have to adapt to it's kind of like what the U.S. government did with some of our veterans from previous wars, where it's like, thank you for your service. You may now get back to your own lives, and didn't offer them like VA assistance. So basically, they turned some of these girls back over to civilian life, who are still suffering from PTSD, while fighting inhuman horrors. And I'm only 3 episodes in. I'm trying to read the books first. Go back to your normal lives. What normal life? My point exactly. But that's the premise is, once their war ended, they were allowed to go back to their normal lives, but didn't really get the counseling that they needed after fighting against inhuman monsters. like even in the military where I am, we have what we basically have what's known as like kind of a program where they start kind of helping us plan for readjustments for life out of the military. Typically, reservists don't have this, but I know a lot of active guys. I mean, this is a mandatory thing for active guys. If I remember my classes and stuff. I need to clean my nails. But that's the premise, and the main character, Asuka, is constantly dealing with the fact that she's constantly dealing with flashbacks or things like that. It definitely is one of my favorite new ones that's come about. So I'm waiting to see how many episodes they put out. They've got 9 volumes. I think about like 3 chapters each. And I really, really, really want to see them do this like 26. I know your typical show runs 13, but I mean, come on, the good one, the really good ones usually have like 26 and delve through like good, delve into the story, as opposed to 1 season, you're done, bye. So, anyways. That's one of the things I'm kind of hooked on. What else? What else do I do?
There's this anime movie we're wanting to watch. It's about a girl who goes out one night and spends the night drinking. And it's from her perspective as being drunk, and it's like a huge acid trip.
Which one was this?
I forget what it's called. I wish I didn't, but I forget what it's called. It came out last year.
Thenmaru, that is correct. Thatmaru. Why do I call you Thenmaru? I don't know why I do that.
Does anyone know what I'm talking about? The anime movie? Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you! Let's see.
The movie, this girl goes out for a night, she goes out drinking, and drinks a bunch of stuff, and then, like, she has, like, a romance going on with this guy who's kind of a stalker. And
not ringing a bell.
And it just keeps changing visuals, and it gets, like, acid trippy.
Not really ringing a bell.
Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Anybody?
Shit. Let's see. This way.
I'm gonna look it up on my phone.
Okay. Very well, Maru. Challenge accepted. So, but yeah, that's like I said, I'm relatively easily entertained, I guess. Like I said, Aelita was something that Kitti and I freaking Keith is now following you on Twitch.
Yay!
Thank you, Keith. I have a tendency to
this is what it's called. It's called Night is Short, Walk On Girl.
That's an anime?
It's an anime movie.
Huh. Alright. Interesting. Night is Short, Walk On Girl. This is the first time you've mentioned it to me. So, but, I usually keep an open mind on things. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm usually easily entertained. And it's because, like I said, I understand the value of a lot of things as it is. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not just going to blindly go into anything. I will recognize shortcomings where they are. I can recognize, like, her point of view on RWBY is, you know, the early animation was just reskinned Niku's, which, okay, I get, but I still appreciated it, and, you know, some of that appreciation also comes from timing. RWBY came out for me when I was trapped at NAS Pensacola, Florida, on student status, and the students were essentially on lockdown. That's just, and it wasn't because of anything I did. It was because the guys before us all kind of ruined it. So, and let's see. I've got one friend that really doesn't really watch anime, but I can keep up a little. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll say this much. I haven't really kept up with anime. Like, I watch Giguk. I watch Glass Reflection. These guys are the sources that I picked up when I was in Florida and California, who kind of did their interpretations and reviews, and I appreciated them, and I was able to, you know, kind of, I mean, they were some of the sources that I went to when I was looking at what to watch next or what to, you know, focus on. Let's see, D, what have you done? Okay, hold on, Toch. I guess I have that power. Maru says that he just checked out the trailer, and he's fully interested, and the first season isn't even fully out. They have the manga out. It's 9 volumes. You can. I'm pretty sure you can find it digitally. Which I'm buying the paperbacks, which I'm probably going to buy the next 2 volumes.
You could probably find it on like Amazon eBooks or iTunes Books.
Which I'm probably going to start subscribing to iTunes Books soon. Yes. So, and also no spoilers because, again, I'm waiting till I know they're going to do a release. I mean, or at least I think they are. You mentioned that Funimation is starting to back away from disc releases.
They are.
Yeah. So, which, okay, if they do digital downloads, I'll buy the digital downloads. But I'm the type of guy that likes to own physical copies of media, just because. I like having a physical copy. That way, I've had my computer crash on me multiple times and lost everything. So I've made sure so that's why I'm a fan of having physical media. Everything from books to movies to games, I prefer to have physical media as opposed to just a downloaded file. Okay, now. So with that, I've only seen the first 3 episodes of Spec Ops Asuka, so no spoilers, please. Okay, now Tosh, your comment. Impressed that they continued RWBY even after Monty passed away. My theory on that, RWBY was they had released 2 volumes. They'd released 2 volumes by the time of his before the time of his death, and the community was just united. Thank you, Maru. The community was just they had a huge surge. I don't know if there was any major political petitions or anything to continue it. But from my understanding, like, along with the entirety of the community support, Rooster Teeth never really had any desire to let RWBY go, just because Monty passed away. And in my humble opinion, this is a good thing, but there was some negative backlash. Several people that I know personally have had some issues with the way they've taken the show. And unfortunately, I think Monty only had about, three, up to volume 3 done before he passed. And then after that, Rooster Teeth staff had to kind of pick up the torch and go from there. That being said, there's been mixed reviews about how they've carried it on. Some people like it, some people hate it, some people love it. And then, of course, we've got the voice actor controversies going on regarding, Vic and other voice actors caught up in scandals that have kind of marred some of their projects. But going back to RWBY being continued, in my opinion, Rooster Teeth saw that it was too big to let die, so they took a gamble and decided to carry forward. Personally, I'm glad that they at least carried it forward, even if it's not Monty's exact vision. I really wish we could have seen what his exact vision was, but that's unfortunately just one of the tragedies of time. Is, sometimes these things happen, and it is it's just horrible. It really is. I'll be the first one to tell you, when Monty passed away, I was crumbled. I was crushed. I took one of my other buddies who was, hurt worse by it than I was. We took a day and went out and hung out. And I think about a week later, I started writing characters that I would submit to Rooster Teeth and just said, "Please don't let this die." And fortunately, they kept it going. But I was literally willing to write thousands of characters. Well, probably hundreds. I'm not going to overestimate my abilities, but I was going to write, hundreds of characters that could potentially keep the show going. And I didn't need to do that. However, out of that were born my OCs. And as a result, I have my own RWBY Team Shadow, SHDW. But that is something for another time. Because unfortunately, I think we're starting to burn time here.
We are.
Yeah, I think we got, about another... how much longer do you think you got?
What's the counter say right now?
Counter is at 54 minutes even.
We probably got the most, 10 minutes.
Okay, so another 10 more minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and then... I would absolutely love to talk about my OCs, Team Shadow, Team Dragon. Team Dragon might not be a good topic. The Team Shadow is definitely one that I would absolutely love to talk about. So, yeah. I am grateful that they continued RWBY even after Monty's death, because when it came out, it was one of the few things that kept me sane when we were on lockdown. Hell, when I found it in Walmart when I got back home and was put on reserve status, I bought it immediately. Without a second thought, I just got it. It's mine. And so, anyways. And it remains in my... and Volume 1 remains in my travel kit to this day.
Darling the Franxx is kind of like that for me. When it came out, I was at work, and it was very quiet, too quiet. I had nothing to do. And my internet was working, so I was able to kind of sort of watch things. So it was a nice pick-me-up.
Absolutely. That's kind of what Magical Girl's been for me lately. I'm going to work backwards for a hot second. Team Shadow from Shadow of Night, exactly. Actually, I picked up Team Shadow from Mass Effect 1 when you raid the when you do the raid mission, the one that results in one of your teammates dying. They listed your team as Team Shadow, and I kind of just ran with that. Okay, Maru. The RWBY is another one I've never checked out, unfortunately, mostly because I never heard anything about it. Really, it was kind of in the know. Well, it was kind of one of those underground sleeper hits. And when it came out, it was really great. Now there's supposedly so, but I think everything has a tendency to suffer from Matrix effect, which Matrix effect for me is, if you look at the Matrix trilogy, the first one was, mind-blowing. The second one was, okay. Then the third one was like, what the fuck? Really? That sort of thing. Alright, Hunter. I know once March 26th rolls around, I'm getting back to yes, absolutely, Hunter. You and me, we'll be talking, you and me will be talking back and forth. Touch. Watched it for the beginning, when they had the trailers out. Ha! Then you and I, you ate it up just like I did, Touch. Let's see, I've been getting in more series lately, though, from Maru. Finishing up Log Horizon at the moment. I don't remember if I picked up Log Horizon. At one point when I got back, I picked up a bunch of... That makes sense. I picked up a bunch of series that I've yet to watch because I just haven't had the time. Between, let's see. Oh crap, Keith! Hell yeah! You were a security guard? I was 2014, 2015. I was a security guard. I mean, I worked third shift, 10 to 6. I got out because my boss was a dick, and I wasn't going anywhere. So I got out, especially once I found out my boss was screwing me over. But I'm going to talk about that another time. But hell yeah, shout out to you, Keith, for rocking the third shift security. I've been in your boots, brother. So thank you for doing what you do. Okay.
Oh, I could hear that on the microphone. Oh, that's anti-ASMR.
That's anti-ASMR.
That's squeak ASMR.
That's what?
Squeak ASMR.
Squick. Or security for myself, for info and stuff. I like myself. All right. Nice. Way to go, security team. Team security. What am I doing? Yeah, go third shift. What am I doing?
I don't know, honey.
I don't know what I'm doing. Welcome to night shift, where all your hard work goes unnoticed, and no one appreciates your work. There's a meme. If you ever watched Whose Line Is It Anyway, hosted by Drew Carey, he always opened. Yep. He would always open up with like, "Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway," where the points don't count. It's like where the points are like. Oh God, I can't say that because that would really. Hush, Dotch. I got 10 minutes. It's like I can't say that, but okay, but you know what I'm saying. Where he says, "Welcome to night, welcome to night shift, where no one cares about your complaints and everyone." And all your hard work goes unnoticed. Why am I being flicked in the head? Because what?
I feel like it.
Because... See what I put up with? But I also get head pats, so... actually feels really good. But yeah, rock on third shift. Carry the, like I said, I've been in your boots, so thank you for doing what you do. Okay, so we're at 10-minute warning. Actually, we're at 9-minute warning right now, ladies and gentlemen. No one cares about your well-being, and all your hard work doesn't matter. It's exactly right. Aww, to death on your shoulders to be an angel. Kitty went from being angel to a devil on your shoulder to an angel. Haha. That's right, Maru. Keith, you're absolutely right. Okay, so anyways, dadgum. What the heck were we talking about before third shift security? I don't know. Anyways, okay, so I guess I'm gonna.
I saw a movie today.
What'd you see?
The new How to Train Your Dragons movie.
That's right. I heard that you saw a movie today. You lucky little lady. While I was out working and breaking my knuckles, you got to see a movie.
It was a good movie.
Was it good?
I have to say, because the guy in head of production also worked on Lilo and Stitch. Everyone who knows How to Train Your Dragon knows that Toothless is basically Stitch round 2. It's just Stitch all over again, only less of an asshole. But now they introduced this universe's version of Angel, the female Stitch. So all I could see during these little romance scenes between Toothless and Light Fury, because that's clearly an original name to give to a white female Light Fury. I'm not criticizing T-Rex too hard. I'm just you couldn't have given it a more original name. Okay.
Maru, isn't RWBY rather long? It looks like a daunting task. Yes and no. It compiles to roughly 2.5 to 3 hours per season or per volume, I believe. Could be longer. I remember the first season or volume, the episodes could be anything from 5 minutes to 12 minutes, depending upon what the episode was. The next season started to kind of standardize at about 10 or 12 minutes. Well, per season. Currently, they're on volume 6. Which I think they just wrapped up recently. Volumes 1 through 5 are already out on disc. They did start standardizing episodes to be minimum of 12 to 15 minutes. Yeah, per season it's only maybe 2 or 3 hours. But they are at 6 seasons right now. And I think before Monty passed, they mentioned that they had plans for 10 volumes or 10 seasons. So I don't know what's actually going to happen now that he's gone, and the future of Rooster Teeth is. I mean, it's not going anywhere, but they're kind of caught somewhat in the same scandals. I am interested, however, in Genlock. I have seen the first episode, and I'm curious. Also because I'm a mecha fan. Granted, the first episode was rather formulaic, but that's a topic for another time because we're running out of time. But I will say on Rooster Teeth, and specifically RWBY, I am a diehard fan. Primarily just because, again, it's one of those things that I kind of found salvation in when I was trapped. And...
Dork.
Says the bigger nerd in the room. But I am a fan. I'm a fan of the music. I'm a fan of the art. I'm a fan of some of the characters. Velvet and Pyrrha are easily my favorites. I want to make her dress up as Velvet. What do you think? Put Kitty in some bunny ears? I'm waiting to be flicked now. I love you too. So, alright, and with that, we are at 3 minutes, 35 seconds.
I didn't get to finish talking about dragons.
Oh, flick me again, I'm a dick. So, So
yeah, basically, when I saw these dragons, I just saw Stitch and Angel over again. It was a little distracting. So if you haven't seen Lilo and Stitch, especially Lilo and Stitch, like the anime or any of that stuff, it's not going to affect you as much. But if you're familiar with the Stitch franchise, it's going to be like, oh, so we're doing this again. Only it is insanely cute. Like, it is insanely cute. And it is like the perfect way to end a series. Like, DreamWorks went all out with it. It was the perfect way to end the series.
So this is the way that they should have ended. This is the way that this is the right way to end How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes, it is so, and the ending is very sweet.
Real quick, I'm gonna pause. Good night, Keith. Keep on keeping on. We'll catch you next time, brother. Good night.
Good night, Keith. We're gonna be going off soon too.
Yep. So I'm gonna let Kitty finish up her thoughts, and then we'll start the extra.
It was also the animation was very pretty. And it had a running joke that apparently some people thought was annoying, but I thought was insanely funny.
Can't say it without spoiling it, can you?
It was just a running joke about this one character and their beard.
Oh, God. Okay. So, and on that note, well, first off, everyone likes the idea about you and bunny ears, so... Or cat ears and a foxtail.
I wanted to voice Pyrrha in a fan thing, but they never got back to me after a while.
That's a mistake, but man, what you gonna do? So, with that said, we are at 90 seconds left. So, final shots, final remarks. Fast yes/no questions or whatever you think. Ideas for next podcasts.
Yes, give us your ideas.
So,
Sorry that I didn't do much talking this time. Like I said earlier, I'm just insanely tired.
She's been tired and in increasing amounts of pain. So,
Plus, I'm really stressed about going to work this week.
You'll do fine. And regardless of what does or doesn't happen at work, I'll be here waiting when you come home. So, okay. Tell you what, I'm going to extend... It's alright, it's understandable. It's cool, Kitty. Don't worry. From Toch, it's cool, Kitty, don't worry. From Maru, it's alright, understandable. English on yeah. Come now, you'll do fine. From Twilight Shift.
Thank you all, seriously.
Seriously, guys, I've seen her when the cameras go off. She stresses from Hunter. Yes, you'll do great, Kitty. Like I said in one of our previous podcasts, she worries so much because she knows that nothing is guaranteed. So all of your support, love, and care, either via text or fan mail or, whatever, from Twilight Shift. Just think of everyone in their underwear.
I've already seen people in your underwear.
But like I said, every ounce of love from every kind word, every positive vibe, every everything means the world to us, especially to her. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all. And with that, we are at 1 hour 11 minutes in about 5 seconds. So
I am pretty tired.
you want to go ahead and start the outro?
Yeah.
All right. With that said, we are going to start the outro here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for tuning in. Hopefully we got some of your questions answered. If not, bring them back next time. I loved answering questions about me. We love talking to y'all.
It'll probably be at least a couple of weeks because I'm going to be away at work.
Yep. But, hey, if you've got questions you want to ask us, write them down, store them, put them next to your computer, keep them next time because we will be back. And like I said, we love talking to y'all. We love hearing your questions. We love talking to you. We love hearing from you. So just let us know. And to repeat my previous statement for the third time, we will be back.
Love you guys.
Love y'all so much. Y'all take care. And with
Stay awesome.
Stay beautiful.
Love you all.
Good night and sweet dreams.